Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler. I'm a professional makeup artist of 25 years and creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass. I created 23 videos all on mature technique. You don't need another concealer. You don't need that magical foundation that makes you look young again. You just need to know mature technique. But if you're here, it is a Wednesday night and this is my Seint night. And today I'm doing something completely different. And I've never tried it before and it could flop. Like maybe this possible hairstyle. It could flop, but we're gonna try it. I have recently watched Cara, our CEO and creator of Seint, and she's just the most beautiful angel of a woman, and she's almost 40, still on the young side, but starting to get to mature skin, and she's the one who created Demi, and Demi was what got me into Seint. Demi was my gateway drug. Demi is what I think every woman needs. And she started doing a very different technique that she calls the Demi Method. Now, my Demi Method's a little bit different, and sometimes I do a hybrid, and sometimes I like to do a little tinted moisturizer, but she just uses Demi. And the reason being is because our natural skin has this beautiful natural light bounce. Our skin, if it's exfoliated well and hydrated well, has this like luminous light bounce that it's never going to have with makeup. And even if you put on a highlighter to make it look like the light's bouncing, you're adding it topically. And the more layers we add, the more it can age our skin close up, and we're the Look Good Close Up Club here. So I am going to try Cara's technique, and again, I don't know if it's gonna work, but one thing I find really interesting is and listen, this might seem like way too much effort for all of us, me included. This might seem ridiculous. This might seem like a system that only certain people can even use. We don't know. I don't know. Let's just try it out. But here's what she says. Okay. She says that when we see the darkness under our eyes, and I admit I'm not that dark. Some women are very dark. But when you see that darkness, it's because, look, it's juxtaposed to this light. Do you see the light hitting the side of my face? Do you see the light hitting right here? So it's the light juxtaposed to the dark that makes it look so contrasty. What she suggests is going into areas of our face and adding bronzer or NR, Demi NR, which I might use today on my nose and eyes, but I think I'm gonna go with Bella. She does use Bella too, and you can use Bella in those light areas to help knock back those lights. So I'm taking a fluffy Demi brush because we want to put it on light, right? This is light-handed work, and this is why it can look like it takes a while, but I'm gonna go in, and she recommends really looking in a mirror at all times and kind of facing a window so that natural light's hitting you. And okay, so do you see here I'm light and here I'm putting the Bella bronzer. So, and then going down here, we'll do the nose in a minute. We're just gonna go around the eye area and warm up those light areas so that the dark areas no longer are contrasting against light skin. Okay, so look, I'm a little bit warmer through here. And then I did Bella under the eye. What's nice is, look, do you see that sheen? It doesn't look makeup-y. Okay, so we can see on this eye, and I have more light on this side, so I don't know, I can't tell. I mean, I am starting to see warmth. Let's just keep playing. Let's just keep playing. I'm just doing one side. even as I was watching her do all this, I thought, this is just too much. This is gonna take too long. But, you know, women say the same thing to me when they get color matched and watch some of my Demi videos, and I just tell them, yeah, anything's gonna take time in the beginning because you're learning it, right? Oh, this is another thing. She goes up the side of the nose, up into that eyebrow, right? Because that's where the bridge of the nose goes to. It goes to the eyebrow. So we're now contouring the nose, but I'm using Bella because it's warm and pretty and soft and sheer. If you're deeper, you might use High Tide. And do you see this little light pocket, puffy pocket? A lot of us get that as we get older. We can go, and now I'm going to take this the smaller side of the bright brush, and I'm going to go right in that little pocket and knock that back. And look, sure enough, see the pocket there? But there I knocked it back with Bella Bronzer. That's a neat trick. That is a neat trick. I like that trick. Okay. Now I'm going in and I'm gonna fine tune the contouring a little bit more. Okay, so we're warming up the face. What are we thinking so far? I'm thinking I've got some darn good lighting. That's what I'm thinking. I've got really good lighting today because it's raining outside, and so it's like a big giant softbox in the sky. Okay, now I'm gonna take my shape brush, okay? And because I'm seeing a lot of, you know, warmth and bronzer through here, well, that's because I don't have it anywhere else on the face. So I'm just doing half my face, and we're gonna see if we see a difference and if this method makes sense for most of us, or is it just work for Cara because she looks like a freaking supermodel. She looks like a beautiful Victoria's Secret supermodel, and she's only 39. We're older here at my channel. So we'll see if this technique works. We'll see what we think. I'll be totally honest if I think this is for you. So this is one good thing, is Bella adds the tiniest bit of coverage. Now remember, we don't want to ever contour our temples, but because we've got all those veins, we can go in there with a little bronzer. Bronzer is just going to kind of warm us up a little bit. And then I'm going to take a different brush. Let's see. I'm going to take the detail brush, which contours, and I'm going to take a little bit of Bella. I'm going to probably have interruption any minute. Someone's coming to build some IKEA dressers for us, so I might have to cut and come back later. Okay, so I've got the little bit of Bella up in my crease, a little bit on my forehead. Okay, I knocked back that little puffy pocket on my eye. Now, do you see how my upper lip, look at that. Do you see the upper lip is light, but over here is dark because my cheek's curling in? So we're gonna go in with some Bella again. I'm gonna do a little bit on the edge of my nose. And we're not color correcting yet. We're not color correcting, and we're not picking out any distractions other than knocking back. Oh, see how much darker, look, light, see? See my little pocket that we never quite got rid of with surgery? The whole reason I went in for surgery was to get rid of those little pockets. And she recommends just constantly looking around the face, surveying the face. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little bit of Bella, and I'm going to do the tiniest bit. Back to the ear. A little bit on the outer face, because see how light I'm getting right there? I'm going to do the jawline, so hopefully that pocket. Okay. So I want you to really look at this, because now I'm starting to see how it's all coming together. I'm darker. Well, I still have some darkness there, but it doesn't stand out as much as right here. Right here, see, I'm looking kind of purpley red, and then I've got the white and the white, right? The light skin, and then this purpley red. But over here, I'm kind of warmer. So now that little dark area, we don't notice quite as much. And again, we have not even done any color correcting yet. We're just doing warmth. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit again of the bright brush, and I'm going to go under the eye, because it makes our eyes look more round, and then we're not worrying about colors under the eyes, because the Bella can help hide some of that color. See, now my eyes starting to become more dimensional, where I'm a little more flat looking here. It's really fascinating, isn't it? Not sure how that's working. We'll see. Okay, do you see all that contour? What do we think so far? It's okay if you don't like it. I don't know if I do. I don't know. I don't know. And on camera, you can see like this little white rim around my hairline, but it's hard on high def to get that to look like it has bronzer on it. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my R5. And if you are like a summer, winter, is this falling? This is falling. This is not good. Here we go. If you are a fall, winter, I'm sorry, if you are a winter, summer, sorry. Okay. If you are a winter, summer, you might want to do VR1, which has more cool. I'm doing R5. No, I'm sorry, VR5. I'm doing R5. R5 is like this really pretty Barbie pink, but look. And you know, I've used this for a year and a half. This is like probably my favorite blush, and it's not even a blush, it's a demi color. But see that little pop of pink? I love that. I also like a little tiny bit in the temples, because I feel like some of that pink can help counteract some of those green veins. Look at that. Is that cute? Maybe a little bit here. Okay, we haven't even done color correction yet. So now what I'm going to do is, okay, first of all, she says constantly be looking in a mirror. So I've got my all right. I think what I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to go in with the tiniest bit of NR1. That is this light taupey color here. It's almost like a light putty color. I'm going to go in with that. So I'm going to take my bright brush. Oh, oops, hold on. Okay, so I'm going to clean off my brush with a brush tile. What are we thinking so far? I definitely need bronzer on my neck because none of this matches my neck. But it's okay. I always tell people you have to bronze the neck too. I mean, you just have to. I probably could use a little neck cream too. Looking a little better, right? Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of that NR1 because NR1 is kind of magical. So I'm taking just a little bit. Watch what I do. I just take it and I kind of like dab it and twist it, kind of twirl it and dab it at the same time. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in and it's gonna neutralize. Look at that. I don't know why that works so well, but it does. I've been putting more and more women in that NR1 under the eyes, and I'm putting it on like so, like, see that? Look at that. Do you see that? It's got a beautiful sheen. I'll tell you what, my sister has rosacea and she says she's been liking NR1 more than yellow orange one and more than green yellow one. And look, I just got rid of all that pink around my nose. So she's probably right about that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with NR. And NR is this really warm, it's like deeper than Bella and it's really warm. And I'm gonna go in with some of that. I'm gonna go into kind of sculpting the eye without wearing any eye makeup. See that? A little bit under the eye. I know you guys always laugh when I hold my mouth open. It's such a 80s and 90s thing, right? That we all do that. Okay, look at see. That looks good. That looks good. And then we can take a little bit of this. And blend it out. I like that. I like that NR. I'm gonna do more NR. I'm gonna take some on this brush. So we're really warming up the center of that nose. I like it because I have a wide nose, so I feel like this kind of knocks it back a little bit. What do we think? I'm not thinking it looks all that much different than what I normally do. Okay, so now we go in with any distractions we see. And also I might put the tiniest bit of eyeliner. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to use that NV+1, because you know how much I love NV+1. I have Lashify on today, but I finally have the espresso with a short size here, medium and long, so they look far more natural and they're so pretty close up. I'm gonna do that NV+1 along my lash line because it just looks like a natural shadow. It doesn't look like I'm wearing eyeliner or makeup. It literally looks like my lashes are casting this shadow up on my eyelid. Now, some of you can't wear NV+1, and a lot of you can, and it's one of those things where I can't tell you if it's gonna work or not. You're gonna have to try it and see. If you're the type that you can't keep eye makeup on, you're one of those people that your eyes are just always kind of moist and humid and you have trouble keeping eye makeup on, NV+1 is probably not for you. I like to put it in the outer corner too. Okay, so there's this side, you can see a lot of different colors going on, and then this side is looking pretty evened out, and we don't even have any foundation or concealer on. It's kind of freaking amazing. Okay, oh, let's do, look at that little shadow. A little bit of a shadow. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I was gonna do the tiniest bit of an eyeshadow. You know what, I'm gonna take this Amber Lights, because look, we're gonna use very little. That's it, I'm putting it right there. That's it. I don't wanna look super made up. I just want the tiniest bit of sparkle. Okay, I like that. And I like the pink. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to survey everything in a mirror, and I'm going to look in this one. And what distractions am I seeing? Well, I could use a little lipstick. I'll do it this way. I'm really not seeing many distractions. I see the tiniest little blue veins right here. I see a couple little sunspots, but with my hair down, am I really gonna notice that? Probably not. But look at this luminosity because it's just my skin. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go back to the bright brush. I wouldn't contour my nose much more than that. I think that's gonna start getting too wonky. Okay, I might take the tiniest bit of 03, tiny, 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 and I might do it right in that hollow. I like that. If you can see Demi on your face, you put on too much. I'm putting on the sheerest amounts, and it should never look like makeup. It should never look creasy. It should never look cakey. You're putting it on like a concealer. When you see me put it on, I'm putting on like a whisper of it, like almost nothing. And then I see a little bit of blue vein. And then I see a little spot right there. Actually looks like a dent in my face. It might not be a spot. And then I have a couple do you see how I just barely touched the sunspot? Because remember, this is not concealer. So with the bronzer on, the 03 works perfectly. If I were putting it, if I was covering a sunspot over here, I might use R01 or 01. It just depends. But because we're doing the distractions after our face is on, you need less product because you don't see the distraction. Like before I had my makeup on or my Demi, I really saw my sunspots on this side. I really don't see it now. Okay, and then over here, I have some little red, pink areas that I'm noticing. And it probably is not a big deal, but you know what? We can knock it back a bit. And because we're just putting on like trace amounts, it's going to stay all day. Ooh, I like that. I just put this light color, not in the crease, but above it. Just knock that crease back. This one's tougher because I have the light right there coming down. Oh well, we can live with that. It's not the end of the world. Okay. So what do we think? I need lip liner, but you know what I can do? I can do a little bit of the pink. What do we think? Do we notice a big difference? This is naked face. You can see has some little pink and red spots, sunspots, veins, darkness under the eye, redness here. I'm not seeing any distractions now on this side. I'm really not, except my pocket. All right, I'm gonna do the rest of the half. Okay, I did this side and got a few distractions. I have a little bit more sunspots on this side. Did my under eye, which I think looks really nice. I did the tiniest bit of 03 and an R1. I'm using all the same colors I normally do. I just don't normally put bronzer around my eye or right here. I usually like that to pop and be bright, but now I'm seeing that when this is light, your darks look darker. So I have more bronzer here. I have more bronzer on my upper lips so that we're not noticing the nasal, what is it? Well, anyway, the nasal folds. I love how glowy I am. There's nothing on my face except the Demi and skincare and a SPF, and it's not a glowy SPF. So I do love that. Of course, I would bronze my neck a little bit more, but then, you know, my jawline's light. This might have more bronzer on it, so I probably just need to do a little bit more bronzer. But I'm going to tell you, when I look close up in a magnification mirror, this is a 7 times, so let me get the 10 time. But look, there's no texture. There's no texture. I mean, yeah, there's some pores here and here. There's pores right here. But you don't see it because it's just juicy skincare. You know, there's some pores right here, but you don't see it. There's nothing to enhance the texture because Demi goes on just like I said, it's like a whisper. So I don't know that this is terribly different than my normal Demi method, other than I don't have a tinted SPF. I don't have anything tinted, no tinted moisturizer, no tinted SPF. This is just my skin. It's probably more bronzer than I'm used to wearing, especially, you know, on a October, November day. But I can't deny that it is more youthful and beautiful in person. And I am very intrigued by the bronzer closer to the eye, and contouring the bridge of the nose a little bit more to knock that back. Anyway, let me take down my hair and we'll discuss final thoughts, but I would love to hear what you think in the comments. I might do a quick YouTube on how I got this hairstyle, because I feel like I just went and paid a lot of money at like a blowout bar. This was easy. This took minutes. Look at this. I haven't even sprayed it or put product in it, but if you did spray it or put product in it, it would be even better. But wow. Anyway, now that I have my hair done and I'm dressed, I feel super polished. I feel like I could go, I'm looking in a mirror right here. I feel like I could go meet anyone in person and I would just look like I just had the best facial of my life, or I don't know. I love it. It's not much different than what I normally do. I think the real difference is putting the warmth in areas that are light juxtaposed to the darkest areas. So let me know if you try this. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that this is a method that most women could do or only select women can do, if it's worth the time, because you saw how long it took. It took time, but I really think that once you get it down, I probably could do this whole face in 10 minutes. Honestly, this is not a lot. I had my brows on before I even started the video. But yeah, I could probably do this whole entire look in 10, 12 minutes. And that includes eyebrows. And then of course I have Lashify on. Not Lashify, I have Lilac Street. Can we talk about these lashes? Look at this. Pretty. Espresso, much better. And having it shorter right here, when they're too long in the middle, they're just, it looks so unnatural. You're not kidding anyone. That's why I kept saying I had tarantula eyes. Anyway, I can't wait to hear what everyone thinks of this. And chances are you have all of this in your arsenal at home and you can practice this method. Cara's video, if you go to her TikTok, you can click on her link for her private Demi Method video. Now I'm going to warn you, it's probably 60 to 90 minutes. It's long. So I tried to do a shorter version for you. But also, well, I lost my train of thought. I think it looks good. I saw a young makeup artist on TikTok do the Demi Method. She even called it the Demi Method, and she credited Cara. But she used Makeup Forever. She used a Makeup Forever foundation palette and bronzer and a little bit of concealer for the dark areas rather than Demi. So she wasn't even color correcting. She thought she was really doing the Demi Method and she was using all Makeup Forever. Of course, everyone in her comments is like, no, you have to have Demi, or you know, you're using the wrong product. Demi Method is a product. And the girl's like, oh, I didn't even know that. I just thought it was so interesting. So she did it and it looked really good. And most people in the comments were, she's young. She's a young makeup artist. Her audience is young, but most people said, oh, I really see a difference. I'm going to try this. So we know it works, but does it work for you? And are you willing to put in the time and effort? I'm going to see how quickly I can get this down. Maybe I can let you know by the time I post this Wednesday. If I can do this quicker tomorrow and the next day, we'll see. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. God loves you, so do I. Bye for now.